On 30th of December 2019, General Bipin Rawat was appointed as the first Chief of Defence Staff of India. CDS is a four-star general rank and is ranked above the Chiefs of Army, Navy, Air Force, and he is regarded as the first among the equals. Now, CDS role is to synchronize and integrate the working of tri-services, that is Army, Navy and Air Force, and it acts as a single point advisor to the Government of India on long-term defense planning and management, including manpower, equipment, strategy, and above all, the jointmanship in operation. Now, he will also head the newly appointed and created department, the Defense of Military Affairs, which is the fifth department within the Ministry of Department. Now, as the head of Department of Military Affairs, he is authorized to prioritize the inter-service procurement decision as the permanent chairman of the Chief of Staff Committee. He will also perform advisory role in Nuclear Command Authority. The pay and perks of the tri-service chiefs will be equivalent to the Chief of Defence Staff, and he will be vested with authority to provide the directives to the three chiefs, but he cannot command over them. Inefficiency is a major hurdle in the faster execution of policies. In general, the policy formation is done by Defense Secretary, who is a bureaucrat, and while its execution rests with the Chief of Armed Forces, which makes the defense policies incoherent. Now, the emergence of modern warfare domains like cyber warfare, space warfare, economic warfare requires the faster and integrated approach to tackle it. Now, all the permanent members of United Nations Security Councils already have CDS-like posts since long. And since the 1947, the three service headquarters designated as the attached office of Defense Department, and thus the communication between Department of Defense and service headquarters were largely through the medium of files. Hence, the creation of Chief of Defense Staff as the principal military advisor to the Defense Ministry will accelerate the decision-making process. Now let us have a glance of the historical background. This position was first officially suggested in 1999 after the Kargil War with the Kargil Review Committee. Now, prior to 1999 Kargil War, it was earlier suggested by General K.V. Krishna Rao in 1982, and further after in 2012, the Naresh Chandra Task Force recommended to appoint a permanent chairman of the Chief of Staff Committee. CDS is also one of the 99 recommendations of the Lieutenant General D.B. Shekhar Committee of 2016. The Kargil Review Committee was formed presided by the Kargil War, with the aim to review the Kargil War, the mistakes and the weakness that we had, and to strengthen and rework on that faults. So the Kargil Review Committee pointed out that India is the only major democracy worldwide where the armed forces headquarters is outside the apex government structure. It observed that the service chief devotes most of their time in operational roles, and the long-term plan suffers as the day-to-day priority dominates. Also, the Prime Minister and Defense Minister lacks the advice of views and the expertise of military commanders. Now, the Chief of Defense Staff is also seen as the being vital to the creation of theater commands, thus integrating tri-service assets and personals like United States. Out of the total government budget of India, the defense expenditure takes a huge chunk out of it. But the creation of Chief of Defense Staff post will deliver efficient and prioritize the capital execution, and thus it will save the tax of common man.